this year we get to experience two Shakespeare plays. We have Twelfth Night and The Tempest, both plays that are related in many ways, and they also share some, or they have some differences. The first one that we get to experience in the fall is The Tempest, from the actors from the London stage. They've been here in the past. Andrew, can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect from them?
Yeah, the last time they were here was about 6 years ago, and they did a production of The Merchant of Venice. And they're an unusual company because they're hired each year in London, and it's a 5-person cast. So they do the entire play, but that 5-person unit has to play all the different parts. So they do a lot of doubling. Okay. And they do these shows without all the bells and whistles that we normally associate with main stage theatre production. And the other thing I think that's interesting about them is that they are self-directed. They don't have a separate director. This is an ensemble, a company working together as a unit. So it tends to be very character-centered work, and very high level of technical skill. It's great stuff.
And The Tempest is a show that has a lot of different aspects to it, and it's one of the last great pieces that a lot of people associate with Shakespeare. And that's got to be a difficult challenge to play that many roles, but this is what they typically do on all their productions.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, that's how they work. It's 5 people, and it's in a trunk.
That's great.
And sometimes they come out and they introduce who they're going to be. So if you see this wig on somebody, that means this. If you see this hat, it means this. And yeah, it's very unique, and plus it's incredibly literate. You hear the language in a way that, as people say, it makes me feel like it's just trickling off their tongues, which is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And for our students and for people to come to be able to hear that sort of thing is remarkable.
Yeah.
And it's bodies and voices, and it really cuts right
and
through
acting.
it. And
good acting.
Yeah.
And you get to the story.
And I think, as Lon suggests, part of the reason these particular people get cast in this company is not just because they're great actors, but because they're also great collaborators. That personality aspect is crucial. They need to be able to work together to find solutions to the various issues that come up in the course of the play.
And they're on tour all over the country, so we have a week with them.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of workshops. In addition to them coming in as a residency, we have workshops we're scheduling for the students, and some for the outreach to the community.
Yeah, it's great. It's a good opportunity also to see actors who you may later see in other things. You see them showing up on TV or playing with the RSC in Stratford or whatever. Chris Staines, who was in the company last time they came, I got to see in Stratford this past spring. So it's nice.
That's great. Well, now The Tempest, it starts off with a shipwreck. And the other play that we're going to be working on here, Lon, you're directing, is Twelfth Night, and there's a shipwreck in there also. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about the Twelfth Night and what you're directing?
Well, this is a touring production into the schools that's going to find its way back here at the end of spring.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a pretty cut version of the play. It's an edited down version of the play because it's going to be, like I say, touring into the schools, the high schools. About an hour. With a company of 10 people, so we're doubling the London stage people. We're Americans, we have to try harder, and but they will be playing multiple roles in that as well. And it's not the exact model of the London stage situation, but it shares a similarity of minimalism. The things that we're grabbing a hold are not going to be full, complete costuming situations. There's going to be a generic sense of who these people are, and then you're going to see them go into different characters. And it has to be literate, like they are. It has to be dealt with their physicality, and it has to be dealt with their voices and their acting. So there's a broad spectrum of challenging that's coming from our students.
Yeah. And you're going to be playing in different spaces as you tour around, and so our students get a great opportunity to work in places that they're not comfortable with, maybe. Yeah,
that they have to get comfortable with very quickly. Yeah. And part of the thing about this, we're trying to make it environmental, so there isn't that sense of, hey, we need you at the university, the high school we're going to have a certain type of lights or a certain sound system. We're going to take everything. We're going to bring everything back.
Yeah.
So what you see when it comes here is going to be quite fascinating because it's going to be complete in itself. It's just it's a show in a trunk.
And Twelfth Night is a comedy.
Yeah.
that moves through. What are some
At
of
least
the,
we're hoping
Yeah,
it will
well,
end up being.
let's make it a comedy.
Yes. There are some things that are a little dicey.
There are some
in it.
things, yeah. I mean, I've seen some pretty bleak productions
Yeah.
of Twelfth Night, but yeah, it's funny.
Good, good. And in Tempest, would you consider that a comedy or a tragicomedy or
That's opening a door, isn't it?
Yes, it is. How long have you got? I would normally consider it a romance.
Okay.
As distinct from a romantic comedy, but a romance that has supernatural elements, along with the other late plays in the canon, Cymbeline, Winter's Tale, Pericles. These are all stories that tend to involve travel and large-scale struggling with personal issues, but also in a kind of supernatural setting where there's a sort of providential force moving things towards a happy ending of a sort. And they're often plays about forgiveness and reconciliation, depending on how key choices get made, you know. I don't know, as with
Twelfth
Twelfth
Night is
Night.
more obvious of a reconciliation. I mean, that's part of what a comedy does.
Yeah.
But there are some characters that do not reconcile.
Right, people who get left out of the
It's
happy
a little
ending.
darker.
Well, I think that both the plays are going to be a good complement to each other, and I think it's going to be an exciting year for the students and for our audiences to see what we can bring to them. Thank you.